Everything that guy just says is bullshit.
Well, of all the name.
That's right, Daddy.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! A damn shot straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star frog splash! You can't stop me! 5-star frog splash! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang! The balance of power that ends! You can't stop the yin and the yang! The balance of power that ends! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flip kick you in the yell! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! 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 Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Yes, you are. RVD Radio. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, December the 10th. Awesome. Of course, I'm just joking. But didn't you enjoy that for a second? You got to pretend. RVD's coming out. He's joining. He's back. He's on TV. Not.
From Battle Creek, Michigan, Mr. Pay-Per-View, former television champion, ECW, high-flying, charismatic, energetic. Here we go. He's Rob Van Dam, the whole effing show. RVD, all the fans are on their feet. Someone setting up a chair, somersault through the air, flying deep into the crowd. Everybody's screaming loud. Holy shit, hit him with a spinning kick. Van Daminator, bam, harder than a battle ramp, leaving like a luchador. RVD is something more, knowledge of the martial arts, innovative repertoire, bad skills, top notch, really fun to watch. Yeah, 5-star frog splash, no one's getting up from that. Pin his shoulders to the bat, fights out in the bed. Rob Van Dam.
So now comes the super disruptor of Earth. It is Rob Van Dam, and he's madder than curses. Holy triple body slam, Rob Van Dam, flying up off the roof and falling onto a man. His opponent is super strong and aggressive. It is Rob Van Dam, and he's very competitive. Stronger than a moose, bigger than a truck. He's a technical champion with muscles that are cut. Pulverize, rip him to shreds. Go swing
Isn't that song awesome? I don't know who the fuck did that song. Harry Slash sent that to me a couple of years ago on the internet, and I've had it ever since, and I like it, and it's funny. Well, I guess I haven't. Hey, look, my switchboard just disappeared. That's awesome. I haven't always had it. I had to actually get him to resend it to me recently. But, hey, if you're out there, whoever made that kick-ass Rob Van Dam song in the voice of the Chipmunks, somewhat, hey, man, it's getting some play. I'd like to give you some credit. Don't know who you are. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. As we said, it's Christmas time. Happy holidays to everybody. When you're out there shopping with all the rest of the world, keep in mind that everybody, just like you, is on a schedule. Everybody's stressed to get in and out. And yes, everybody sucks, but to put a positive spin on that, keep yourself balanced. It's a good time to experience road rage when you're out there. Road rage. And you know, actually the other day, I got Sonia here with me, SVD. Hi, baby. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I don't think I told you this, Sonia, because it wasn't that big of a deal, but I was on the 101 the other day, and my exit was coming up, and, you know, I don't get in the right lane until the absolute last second.
He waits. No, the last second isn't the way to describe it. I mean, he waits until you just got to ask Booker T. I mean, we both bitch about it. And the line is solid. It's right before you're going to hit the cement barrier, and he decides to go.
So, yeah, I wait till it almost passes sometimes. But just like everywhere else in life, when I'm driving, I'm more comfortable at what some people would consider a more dangerous position. You know, it's not just all about speed, but I'm a little bit aggressive as opposed to passive, unless, you know, what, baby?
No, you're just funny.
Well, you know, so anyway, here's what happened the other day. I'm on the 101, and the 110 South is about to come up, and I want to get over in the right lane, but there's a car over there, right, and I'm beside it. So whereas most people, I don't know, a lot of people would slow down to get behind the car, I would rather speed up and get in front of the car, depending on a circumstance. So this was the case the other day, and so when the spot ahead of me cleared up because dude got over into the left lane, the car beside me wanted to speed up and get over, but I did at the same time too, but I didn't know, you know, but I hit my gas to accelerate, and at the same time I noticed that this lady was about to try and take that same spot, and she couldn't, so she turned back over. She sticks her middle finger out and flips me off, right? And, you know, there's a lot of ways you can react to this, but me being the master of balance, I totally didn't get upset at all. In fact, you know, I let off the gas pedal as I started to do before she flipped me off anyway, because I saw the action she was trying to take, and I waved her over and I waited for her. I was like, no, come on, don't get mad, because I just fixed this lady all stressed out, because you got to be, I would have to be very stressed out in order to stick my arm out the window, fuck you, you know what I mean? That takes a lot for me to get to that point. Not so much for some people, like my dad, for instance.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
The apple did not fall far from the tree when it comes to driving.
Are you serious? Because my dad is, like, so angry when he drives, and he's like...
It's not about the anger. It's about the style. You both have the same style. You close your eyes and you turn.
Hear that, RVD audience? I got style. So anyway, yeah, my dad is one of those like type A persons. You know what I mean? He'll be. Let's say he's in the right lane and he wants to get over in the left lane to pass somebody, but he can't because there's a car there, and the car's kind of blocking him, right? And he's sitting there and he's like, oh, damn it, and they'll start getting mad, like, what's this car doing in the passing lane going the exact same speed as him, you know, and he thinks that car should go faster, of course, but he'll get upset about it, and then when he gets a chance to block that guy and he'll block him in, here's something else, too, if somebody, like, speeds by him, and it's not even affecting him at all, he's in the right lane, and someone in the left lane, speeds by him, and then because of traffic, they end up not being able to keep that speed. My dad, when he catches up to them, he's pissed. What the hell were you in such a hurry for? And then he'll, like, stay there and try and trap them in and try and keep that person in that lane so they can't get out now. And he's going, yeah, see, big damn hurry, huh? You can wait here like the rest of us. And for me, that doesn't make sense. You don't know that guy's circumstance. Maybe he is in a hurry. You know, maybe his wife is having a fucking baby. I don't know. Maybe somebody needs him. He needs to get somewhere. We don't know. But what road rage is this anger that takes over and it takes control of you before you can think. It literally takes control of you. It's not like a thought out, logical situation. And it's really not even like what something that you would do, based on your personality. It's rage that takes over, and it's the immediate thought flushing to your head that somebody else is fucking up and it's overlapping you. You know what I mean? Because somebody else is fucking up, they're fucking the quality up of your day because of their ignorance. It's totally intolerable. Grr, that's road rage. I've been there quite a few times. Here's one that happens to me a lot. I'm going to turn left. I'm at a red light, but there's a car ahead of me, right? And no, I'm sorry. The light turn, it's green. Light turns green. The car ahead of me is turning left. I'm turning left, but the car ahead of me is too retarded to pull out into the intersection. So instead of going out there, taking the right so they can turn left when it clears, they stay out of the intersection with their left turn signal on while the light goes from green to yellow to red. Ooh, I will instantly get so fucking angry. I get pissed. Like, I just want to lay on my horn. I want them to know, hey, you fucked me up. I should be heading east on Wilshire right now, motherfucker, or whatever. You know what I mean? That angers me because, okay, what happens when the light turns green again? Are they going to not roll out? Because if they're going to stay there until it clears and you're on a busy road, it may never clear. You have to go out into the intersection, and then you have to turn. When the light turns red, they have to fucking wait for you. It's 2 cars or 3 cars, I think, depending on what state you're in. That angers me. And I want to hear from other people if that angers them, too, because I know there's people out there. We got some guests. I got Kid Kash on the line, new guest to RVD Radio.
Is he on there? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's on there. Also, I got Sabu. And, I think I just lost Kid Kash. I just saw his number disappear. Hey, man. Call back, KID.
He's going to call back. He's going to call back.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yep. Just letting you know. You can see the switchboard, right?
I can. I can see it. Sonia's laughing at it. I don't know what you're writing on there, Nikki, but you're saying that your boyfriend's an aggressive driver too?
Oh, he's the worst ever. Just so you know, he's exactly like you. Like, it doesn't matter. Listen to this, and I know SED will understand this. If we're going to turn right, like in 2 miles, he will stay in the left lane until the very last minute.
Oh, doesn't that drive you crazy?
All
right, once in a while I cut it a little too close, and I turn and go, oh, fuck. I had to cross over the white, line that was telling me that the exit's there. But for the most part, yes, I don't understand. Like, Little Guido was on the radio show last week. I rode with him one time. This was like 10, 12 years ago. But I will never forget because he's so opposite me that in this respect that riding with him was just driving me nuts. He would see that sign that says the exit's coming up in 2 miles, and he immediately would get over in the right lane, and then you're stuck behind the slowest cars while everyone's everyone's flying by you, and now you're just waiting in line with a bunch of idiots.
And you're prepared.
Go ahead.
You're safe, and you're prepared, and you're safe, and there's no reason to wait till the very last minute. And I'm not kidding you. It does not matter where we're going, and I don't understand the thought process behind it, and maybe SED can help me. If we're going to turn left, he's in the right lane. If we're going to turn right, he's in the left lane.
He's only in the right.
Naturally.
Yeah, but he's only in the right lane because the right lane is a better lane to be in at that time. Otherwise, he would be in the left lane. But since the right lane is moving better, it makes more sense, So, he might be like me, and it does come down to a thought process. I always jokingly say that I've got a Superman syndrome where everyone around me gets hurt, but I never get hurt. Been a factor my whole life. But I am more comfortable in the face of danger than other people. And my comfortable space cushion is so much bigger that I don't see danger where other people will. Like, even if like someone swerves over in front of me and causes me to like really like crank the steering wheel over, and we almost get in an accident, but we don't, and then we keep going, my heart rate probably mentally hasn't even changed. I'm calm, I'm peaceful, and I'm fine knowing, that I had the sense to avoid that accident. That makes me more confident. Whereas other people, like Sonia, her heart will be racing for the next 5 minutes, and I won't understand why.
Because I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Yes, exactly, and it's too short. We want to go further, right?
Yes. I don't like seeing barriers come up really fast when you...
I don't like it either. I don't like people following close either. I don't like...
Oh, you do not get far with
confidence in between. I do not like...
You know what I do? And everybody listening, you're more than welcome to take this trick out of RVD's bag of tricks. When somebody has either ridden too close behind me, they got their bright lights on me, or whatever they've done to make me not happy with them, when I get in front of the car, I put my windshield wipers on with the fluid. You know what I mean? I squirt the fluid, and I laugh because I watch them put their wipers on because they have to. It squirts all over my windshield, it gets behind them, and then they got to put their wipers on. And it's really safe, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like it's a James Bond smoke screen, except for it's not really dangerous.
Right, it's not. But I'll just say this. SVD, God bless you forever, and remind me not to ride with RVD.
Well, you're on a long list there, Nikki. One of my friends that doesn't mind riding with me, I'm going to let him through so he can share some of my perspective. What up, Sabu?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, glad you made it this week.
I made it.
Yeah. We've been on the road a lot, man. Do you remember that time in Philadelphia when you and I, Bobby Duncombe Jr., and Pee Wee we were crossing underneath a bridge that was a highway, and this guy came across, and I never saw the red light. I was driving, and wham! I T-boned this guy, totaled his car, smashed, drove him up on the curb. He got out of his car pissed. Me, Sabu, Bobby Duncombe Jr.
He was on his way to go sell the car at the airport, pick up some guy from the airport to sell it to him, remember?
Yeah, this dude was flying Chicago to Philadelphia, and the Mustang that I totaled, the owner of that Mustang was going to meet the guy at the airport, sell him the car, and the dude was going to drive the car all the way back to Chicago. I fucked everybody up because now the guy, obviously we got off the plane from Chicago, not even had a fucking way back, had to get on the plane and head back because we fucked his car up, and that was totally my fault. And that guy, he probably would have liked to have raged. I'm sure he had some emotions going through his mind, but when he got out and all of us got out of the car and we were like, hey, sorry, man. I mean, that was pretty much the end of it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Oh, man.
Okay, but Sabu, you have to agree with me. Rob is not the best of drivers.
Well, he's not the best, but he's better than I am.
There you go. See, now I look at that totally different. I think that I'm a better driver. You know what I mean? I think somebody...
your reflexes, that's what you say.
Yes, because I have better, quicker reflexes, and it goes not just with driving. I mean, obviously when I'm in the ring, people can see, and decide for themselves if I'm gifted in a certain way. There's when I'm riding my bike, I ride my bike no-handed, and I go 15 miles an hour dodging people while they're walking, and I get in almost accidents all the time. And when I'm able to just stop at the right time, and then that just makes me more confident. If they run right out in front of me and I hit him and there was no avoiding it, and it's totally their fault, then I just kind of feel like, hey, watch where you're going, buddy. But the same thing when I'm driving, I'm more comfortable where other people are uncomfortable. To me, that makes me a better driver.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's one of the things that we're talking about today. I also want to talk about balancing energies, and what that has to do with just basically it's whoa, what the fuck was that?
I have no idea.
Holy cow, you still there, Sabu? Did you get electrocuted?
I got shocked. I'm okay.
Okay. There's something that I read in this book, The Celestine Prophecy, which everyone that knows me has heard me talk about how much I enjoyed this book. And one of the things that it did for me to change my perspective on life and allow me to actually consciously live at a more peaceful level, more zen, more balance. It's about having conversations with other people. The book says that when you engage in conflict, you fall back to a natural pattern, and it's something that your parents put into you. It's something that has to do with when you grew up. And there's like according to that, everybody can fall into like 3 different categories. All right. First one being dominant. All right. If baby, she's having a good time laughing at the chat with somebody. All right. But anyway, so there's okay. That must was funny. There's 3 different categories of like call them. And so when you're in conversation with somebody, oh, hey baby, would that be Mary calling in? Should I put it on hold? Fuck. There's a phone number, babe. You can call that number from another phone. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties here because I couldn't call from the line that I wanted to call, and so I got a call from my line that we're getting calls from. And anyway, Sonia is getting this phone number. Control dramas. Here's the deal. Check yourself. Check yourself. When you talk to somebody, do you try to intimidate them? Because a lot of people do, and what that is you're trying to take their energy. When you converse with somebody and you try to take their energy to build up your own energy, it's because your own energy isn't balanced. So one, you try to dominate them by interrogating them. This could be somebody. My dad was a bit of an interrogator, raising me as a kid. You know, he would come in, you know, and he'd be like, "Hey, did you clean the yard?" You know, it kind of scared me into where I would give up my energy, you know, and then I'm like a victim, like I'm helpless, I'm weak. Like it could be, you know, like a bully that comes up, you know, that's in your face. It could be just somebody, you know, "Hey, what are you doing here?" You go, "Well, what? Oh, nothing." You allow them to take your energy, and also people that take people's energy, you don't really know you're doing that unless you study. And once you bring it to the surface and you realize you're doing that, that's all it takes, and you'll quit doing it. So one way you dominate them by intimidating them. Another way is to interrogate people into giving you energy. You ask people questions about themselves, and you find fault with it. That's what some people do naturally. You know, they could just be like, "Oh, hey Dave, you know, did you buy that shirt? Did you pay a lot for that?" Or, "Hey," or they could just be like, "Oh, do you like your hair like that?" You know, it's kind of like an asshole thing to say, but that's what a lot of people do. And then they, you know, and you watch people's energy just pour right out of them. You know, it's just they're victim at that point. You could say that to them. You could say, "Oh, hey, have you been putting on weight?" Or, "Hey, have you been losing weight?" Or whatever. That's interrogating somebody. That's asking them a question about themselves, trying to find fault with it to make them feel bad, thereby taking their energy. So you could be an intimidator, an interrogator, or the third thing is aloof. Okay, when you're aloof, this is something that women are famous for. They love doing this. They avoid answering a question. So when you call or when you talk to them and you know, "Hey, are you sure nothing's wrong?" They're like, "No, I'm fine." "Are you sure something's wrong? Come on." They're like, "No." That's being aloof, okay? And you can't help it. If your girl is doing that, you can't help it. All your energy is directed towards her. That you might say, "Okay, well, she says she's fine. I'm going to go ride my bike." But you're thinking, "Fuck, what's wrong with her?" And you're pouring all your energy into her. This is a control drama that she uses to control you. So those are the 3 control dramas that, according to the book, everybody can fall into one of these categories, either an interrogator or a intimidator or aloof. So check yourself, think about what you do, and if you want to be more balanced and more zenful, stop doing that. Stop trying to take someone else's energy, and you get your energy from a different source. You get it from inside. It's a divine source that you learn, that you will learn because you'll be connected inside. This is something. It's like a Buddhist way, you know, of treating people very peaceful. You know, you want to give people energy. When they meet you, you want them to walk away feeling better than before they met you. So it's a pleasure to meet you. Have a beautiful day. You say things like that. You actually give them energy instead of taking energy from them. And watch, you'll get energy too. You'll feel better by treating them that way. So we got a bunch of callers here. I got Sabu on the line. Kid Kash says he's calling back, according to Nikki. Fonzie's calling in. I'm going to go to some of these calls, and I want to hear about road rage stories, or we'll talk about the balance of energies. So I'm going to go right now to, who's this? Mike from Iowa, I think a return caller. I think he calls every week, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Mike from Iowa?
Not much, Rob.
You're a familiar voice on RVD Radio now, right?
Yeah, I missed a couple weeks, but I'm back now.
Right on. Well, good to hear from you. Today's topic, road rage. You got any road rage stories to share with us?
Well, kinda. It's like earlier this year, back in like June, I was actually going to take my driver's test to get my license. And
it's gonna be funny already.
Yeah. Basically, I was driving down like the busiest street we have here, and I ended up getting cut off about 5 times by the same guy. So I kind of got pissed, and
During your driving test?
Yeah, during my driving test, I got pissed, and I accidentally started speeding, and I ended up failing the test.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got a little story, but it's not road rage, but it's about transferring energy. About 17 years ago, Tonga Kid came to me while I was getting dressed. He didn't know who I was. He goes, "You gonna wear that when you go out to wrestle?" You know, my wrestling.
Right.
And I go,
interrogator, totally.
Yeah. And he goes, "Why you dress like that? You could be a Power Ranger. You're so small. Those are clown pants." Then after I wrestled, he wanted to be Sabu number 2. So I took his bad energy and turned it into good energy.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. See, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, they don't notice, and it's really good sometimes to study these things and take note of it, because then you can take more control of it. You know, Sabu, did you hear about what happened with JBL last week?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Let me put Harry Slash on, because I want to hear him laugh about this, too. Harry Slash, you listening from New York?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Harry.
Okay, now I know Harry knows this. Hey, Sabu, you're going to love this. This is like the best news ever, right? The boys, the WWE boys, were overseas, and they're on the airplane, I think on the way back from Iraq, from, hip hip hooray for the troops or whatever they did. And you know how JBL is. JBL, he definitely is an intimidator by taking people's energy, but he takes it to an extreme. He's a bully. JBL's a bully, and he always finds somebody that he can pick on, somebody that will take it, and he will stay on them and ride them until, he feels like he's got all their energy, and basically he's just an asshole. Have you seen that about him, Sabu?
Oh, of course. He's never done it to me, but I've seen him do it to other people.
He's never done it to me, and he wouldn't do it to anybody that would fight back, because that's how bullies are. But even though I never had any personal issues with him, I never could find a reason to like the guy. The only redeeming quality was that Bobby Duncan Jr. liked him. Me and Sonya always wondered why. I don't know why Bobby likes him, but they're both from Texas. They were friends, so he had that going for him. But besides that, that's just how he is. He would pick on Rene Dupree all the fucking time. And whoever, he would pick on somebody. So overseas, he decides he's going to pick on Joey Styles, Sabu, of all guys to pick on. So he was rude to him over the whole tour, and in front of the boys, he'd call him names, talk down to him. He fucking, on the airplane, he's fucking with him. He acted like he spilled his drink on Joey Styles. Joey Styles knocked JBL the fuck out.
Wow.
He knocked him out. He fucking cold cocked him and knocked his ass out. Isn't that the best story ever? See, that almost makes it worth being on that trip, I told Sonya that almost would have made it worth re-signing with WWE just to see that. And she said, well, if I had, I wouldn't have gone to fucking Iraq anyway. We both know that.
I would have loved to see that.
I think
oh, my God, that's so awesome.
Punch. There was a lot of karma behind that punch.
There's what?
A lot of what, Harry?
There was a lot of karma behind that punch.
Well, yeah, you probably pushed him to a certain point to where no matter how big or small you are, you got to fight back.
Yeah, of course. With JBL, it's not the same thing as just like manipulating somebody out of their energy. He would literally stay on somebody and try to, he would use everything. He'd go through all of them. He'd interrogate the fuck out of someone. He'd be in the dressing room. Hey, Renee, you find your clothes yet? Oh, okay, yeah, those are really nice shoes you got there. Whatever he could do, and try and make everyone laugh with him, because that's how bullies are. And yeah, lots and lots of karma, because that Joey Styles was just like being fed, you know, so much shit over and over and over. And, you know, he was just like, now knock it off. And eventually, you know, they just said, damn it, next time he says something, I'm going to pop him. And pop, it happened.
That'd been awesome. That'd be worth the trip to go see that.
For real. For real. Well, Mike from Iowa, you're still on. Do you have a question before I go to the next caller?
No, that's fine, man.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for listening, and you can still listen from the mute position. I'm going to go to this guy right here, David from California, and I just had somebody from the 323, which is right up the street, but they couldn't wait for us. What's up, David from California?
Not much. I'm on YouTube watching some wrestling tributes.
Sweet. Sounds like you're watching RVD.
Damn right. The whole fucking
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube footage, and that's we're going to take some of those clips and put it on the website, too. My website is completely being redone with a facelift. I know it kicks ass already, but my webmaster's awesome, and it's going to have a lot more fan interaction, and it's going to have YouTube videos and stuff like that. So make sure you check back at Rob Van Dam later on in this week. We just had our 50th RVD TV episode.
Wow.
Which is a lot. We celebrate 50. I don't know why, but 50 is a number that we celebrate. Not 35, not 47, but 50. And so in part of the celebration, we also have the DVD, RVD TV DVD, at last, Volume 1. It's only available at robvandam.com. I'll give you the scoop on that real quick. If you want to buy the RVD TV DVD in the store, it's not going to be in the stores till almost summer, and it will be a little different copy. This particular advanced copy, it's only available at robvandam.com. It's cheap. We're going to mail them out priority next week so people can get them in time for Christmas, and every DVD package is autographed by yours truly. RVD TV is awesome. It's not so much about wrestling. It's what you would call special interest. It's real life. Sabu, he's been on RVD TV a few times. We got together, me, you, and producer, director David DeFalco, and we talked about God of all things. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It still scares me.
So that's what it is, man. It's a lot like this. So anyway, David, have you got any road rage stories you can share with us?
Definitely. I got a road rage story. It's not really road rage, but it's similar because I wasn't driving. Okay, when I was in high school, I was like the peaceful dude. You know, like the dude got along with everybody and like totally peaceful. And like you know how everybody kind of has like that inner beast inside that like you don't want to release.
I guess so. I'm with you.
Yeah, well, what happened was I'm just in class, and I'm doing my work and stuff, and I mean, like, I was like, you could almost call this class Hell's Kitchen because every day somebody got in trouble. I mean, constantly. They made the teacher cry one damn day. That's how bad it is. They didn't give a fuck. They were just, like, cold-hearted. Cold-blooded. But, Anyway, one day I'm just doing my thing, studying, and there's this dude who wouldn't stop like messing with me, and he like just talking bad about me and my mom and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, leave me alone. And then like sometimes I use this kind of psychological strategy. What I'll do is I'll start screaming to get everybody to kind of look at me.
You sound like a dog when you scream.
Yeah, well, kinda. But I start screaming and people would look at me. But because of that, this damn dude got me at OCS. He got me.
He's a big dog.
What's going on there?
You know what? I just muted the Sabu to see if that was his dog, and apparently it was. So I'm gonna give you a second.
I thought Rob Van Dam was getting attacked by a dog.
No, man, relax. RVD's cool. Although a pit bull did try and attack me a couple of weeks ago. It was crazy. It was somebody. It was a friend of mine. I didn't even think about it being a pit bull. I just bent down to start petting it, and it jumped at me to attack me. But I just held my fist up, and I said, dude, I'm going to break your dog's nose if you don't pull it back. All right, so it sounds like you had a rage attack, dude. I mean, that beast you talk about that's within you, That is rage. That's a good way to describe rage. It takes over, and you become, if you think out of your box of logic, and emotion takes over. And when emotion takes over logic, everything's out the window. And the women will tell you that.
Basically, it ended, and I ended up having to get into a fight.
So, was there physical altercation or no?
Yeah. Bingo. Yeah.
Second back was Sabu. Sabu, are you okay over there?
I'm good. Hello. Help.
Help. That's awesome. All right, dude. Well, I'm, sorry it came to that, but,
hey, I can't do that.
When it comes to those kind of physical altercations and just having enough and going after somebody, sometimes that's good, and honestly, I've always been a physical altercation kind of guy. So that's like a whole nother show if you want to talk about having both feet on the ground and fighting with somebody. But
yeah, I don't prefer it, but it just happened. I mean,
yeah,
it was like a total bad day.
You had a bad day. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm not very much of a singer, but all right. Well, that's one thing you got to control when it gets into shit like that is you end up in trouble and you can end up going to jail. You get arrested by my good friend, Officer X. Speak to me, Officer X.
What's up, bro?
How are you, man? We're having our show a little bit early today, so thanks for joining us.
I'm doing a little better. I just talked to Nikki. She sounds exceptionally hot today on the screening board.
Wow, you've commented before about how you dig her voice.
Oh, she sounds very hot today. You don't pick that up?
Nikki is very cool, and I've gotten nothing but positive vibes from her the whole time since we met her. Ooh, you're making her blush. I can tell she's blushing through the instant message right now.
Nikki could be Blog Talk Radio's 2008 Screener of the Year.
Dude, you know what? If we don't have that contest, it's time we got it. Hey, listen, talk to me, Officer X, about road rage. You work in a fucking patrol car. You go out there, and you're in the real world, man, when we're kicking back watching the news. How often is it that sometimes you get called out there because of something that happens out in traffic where somebody loses their brain and gets upset and it elevates
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. Every single day, people pull that bullshit, over nothing, too. At the end of the day, it's all crap, I mean, I told you this story before. We were in undercover detail, and guys are cutting us off, throwing stuff out of the car. They didn't know there were cops. There were 4 cops in the car. People just don't think,
Again, that's karma.
Harry Slash must have that in New York all the damn time.
Yeah, Harry, I wondered if you had anything you wanted to share with us, because a lot of New Yorkers don't drive. They just, they take taxis, they walk the sidewalk, they take the bus or whatever. But when I'm in New York, Harry Slash usually picks me up and takes me for a drive somewhere. So, Harry, you got any stories to bring to RVD Radio?
Well, yeah, actually, I do have a Rob Van Dam driving story. It's not a road rage story by any means.
Oh, okay, let's have it.
I think this is one of the reasons why you now have a GPS, if I can tell that story.
Go ahead, dude. I get lost every fucking day. I mean, that's not my, directions are not my strong point.
Me and SVD were waiting for you, Shawn, Stasiak, and Mike Awesome back in New York. You guys were up in Connecticut. I think you were working out at the gym at the office or something like that.
Well, I am a pro athlete and a stud, so that's very, very likely that I was catching a pump.
Well, you guys were on the way down. I gave you guys directions. The one thing I said to you was like, all right, you're going to be on the West Side Highway. You're going to see a sign for the George Washington Bridge. Do not take that highway. Do not take that exit. Just keep going straight. It'll get you right to 57th Street. We're waiting about an hour. You guys are an hour late. I get a call from you guys, and it's like, hey, Harry, I'm coming up to, like, exit 17. I'm like, exit 17? Where the hell are you? What does it say? You go, Newark Airport. And I'm like, you went over the GW Bridge, dude. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm like,
RVD, motherfucker!
Well,
yeah. Hey, I'm going to check with Sabu and see if his dogs are still barking. Let's see. Crickets? Sabu, are you still with us?
I got a story about when it comes to controlled rage. Do you remember that time that midget was talking about stretching you all week, telling everybody how he's going to stretch you and pull your hair out and all that shit? and I didn't know nothing about it. And that afternoon, we walked in the dressing room. He's sitting in a chair, and you put out both your hands, and you told him, pick a hand. So he picks a hand, you smack him in the mouth. And he looks at me and goes, what's wrong with your boy? And you put your hand out, I go, pick another hand. He picks another hand, you smack him in the mouth again. And he goes, Sabu, control your boy, what's going on? I said, what's going on with you? And you told me later he was talking shit about you all week. How did you know stretch you? And that you said, stretch me now. And he wouldn't do it. Do you remember what
Right, yeah, that was, and for me, that's the opposite of rage, because as you've put it, I was cool as a cucumber.
I consider that controlled rage, because you didn't brag about it all day, you didn't say a word about it all day, you didn't give any kind of clue that you're pissed off. That's that when you see them, you drop your bags, went up to them, and said, pick a hand. And you smacked him in the mouth. And you said, pick another hand. You smacked him in the mouth again. Then he comes to me and goes, control your boy.
Yeah, that week of him talking shit was actually like about 6 months to a year of talking shit, you know, and we were pretty fed up there. So that was very controlled, that was planned, that was, you know what I mean, like I knew going in I was going to do that. Sometimes people like us that have like really physical jobs can be in an altercation without really losing control. One time when I was ringside, and I was a bad guy. I was the heel at this time in ECW. Bobby Duncan Jr. Fuck, he's coming up a lot tonight. Oh, he was in the ring. I was wrestling him, and I was cutting a promo on him. I had the microphone in my hand. I got my back to the front row, and I'm almost, you know, with my back right up to the gate, so I'm vulnerable to the front row, and I'm talking shit to Bobby, saying, Bobby Duncan Jr., blah, blah, blah. Well, this guy in the front row, he had a squirt bottle, and he fucking, like, dumped it over my head. He hit my head with it, and I turned around, and I grabbed his shirt, and I saw that he was, like, scared. He wasn't going to do anything. He was, like, pissing his pants, you know, so I knew that I wasn't in trouble, but I wanted, you know, but I felt like I was attacked, you know, and I was a bad guy, so I said, security, come and get this piece of shit out of here, and I humiliated him. I said, he's the one with the spit on his face and the ripped up shirt, and I pulled his shirt, you know, and Fonzie squirting him up and down with his own water bottle, blowing his whistle. When they took the guy out, the guy ends up fucking suing me, and because I was very comfortable and I knew exactly what went on because I went right on with my match, it was only a couple moments out of my night, but for this guy, he was so scared and you know, he was probably in shock. He remembered it going totally different. And so he told the court that I had picked him up over my head, spun him around clockwise 2 times, punched him in the face, all kinds of bullshit. And for me, I was like, no. I used to bounce at a country bar, and I would throw people out every fucking night. Sometimes we would get in big, big fights. I'm used to being in that environment. That's my comfortable surroundings, much like driving aggressively. You know what I mean? I don't vibrate quite at the same speed as other people, but I have it all balanced. And so that's my perspective on that, and that's where I come from.
Was that guy retarded, though?
I think kind of, yeah. He was special, and I mean, he was, you know, the thing is, he won, by the way, and the thing was, I had done the angle with WWE where I was on the Monday night thing. He sued WWE first, and I didn't even work for them. I worked for ECW, but this guy sues WWE. They pay him. They gave him money instead of looking into it, and then he comes back and sues ECW, and we had to pay him. And then I got in the elevator with his lawyer after the case on the way down, and I was like, man, I can't believe that they went with that guy's story. He brought 2 witnesses. They had 3 complete different stories, but they hated my lawyer, and I was just thinking, man, that sucks. I can't believe I'm on the elevator with his lawyer. His lawyer looks over at me and goes, wow, what a star fucker, huh? That was the first time I'd ever heard that word. I love that word now. But at the time, I was quite offended. I was like, what the fuck does that make you? You know?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to go to Dario from Chicago. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, Rob? How you doing out there in warm and sunny California?
Bro, it's so beautiful. It was like 75 degrees and sunny today. I called Sabu earlier when I was on the beach riding my bike just to check. He said he was freezing his balls off walking to the gym. Was there snow up there, Sabu?
Yeah, it's like 2 feet of snow with the wind chill -10.
Well, California is the place to be. No doubt about it. That's why I'm so happy.
Well, I go to Puerto Rico.
David.
Be happy.
David, I want to know if you got any stories to share with us. We're talking about road rage, and we're also talking about just the balance of energies. You know, if you got some stories to share, it's an insightful conversation because people can walk away saying, you know, you're right. Now that I think about it, I do interrogate people a lot. I'm going to make a conscious effort to stop doing that. And all you do is notice when you're doing it. If you notice you're taking somebody's energy, because what's happening, if you can actually see it, if you can see the energy like a cartoon, there's your energy and their energy, and they're fighting each other like dragons. And that's not how you want a conversation to be. You know, that's not peaceful at all. So I want you to learn from the Zen Master RVD. I'm telling you how it is. But when you lose control sometimes because you're out there Christmas shopping, the fucking busiest days of the year, and there's no parking places for an hour, you're cruising around the parking lot, and you finally see a spot, and you both go to pull in, and you get upset. You know, everything seems to go out the window sometimes. You ever experienced that, Dario?
Well, yeah, you know, like how I told you last week that my inspiration was Bruce Lee, and if you ever read his book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, you know, it talks a lot about energy and how to balance it, and it says how to be like water. You know, how water can form into anything, into a teapot, into a cup, you know, and it could be the hardest thing in the world, and it could also be the softest. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I love that analogy.
That came from Bruce Lee.
Right. Yeah, he was talking about Bruce Lee. He said, but I remember last week, it wasn't Jeet Kune Do that you said you study. You study like a different family of it, right?
Yeah, I study Wing Chun Kung Fu, which was the first thing that Bruce Lee studied, and then, but also, you know, he was my inspiration, and I also looked into that book that he wrote, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, which is also like a mix of everything good out of every martial art.
Right,
and
that's a good book.
Put it into a single martial art, which has no limitations and anything goes.
That sounds awesome. So it sounds like you know all about that.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
And also, like, let's say you cut somebody off, you know you're gonna get flipped off by the other person, and then what you do is that you just don't look at that person. He's flipping you off. He's trying to get your attention. And you just look forward, you know, don't look at him, and all that negative energy that he's putting towards you, by you ignoring him, it's all coming back right into him, and that's just pissing him off, and there's nothing that he could do about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, you're right. That's that's something. My dad loves to give people the look. I've said that for years, you know, like if somebody does something that pisses him off, he's pulling up, trying to catch up to them because he wants to give them the look. He wants to drive by them and go look at him, and depending on how upset he is, he might even do a hand gesture like, you son of a... And it's just like, I used to always bother me because I'd be like, Dad, you sound like you're so worked up, you know, I want you to relax. I don't want you to have a heart attack and, you know, blood pressure and chill, you know. It's always been something to me that, you know, like Officer X always tells me, he says everyone's a teacher. In that respect, my dad was teaching me what I didn't want to be, you know, and he still does it, you know. Sometimes you lose control, though. I mean, I'm going to be sharing some stories with you. I remember one time, this is the first time that I can remember being in an experience that I guess would be road rage, because I was just like 18 years old, and I didn't even get my license till I was 17, so I really haven't been driving very long. And I'm in Penfield, Battle Creek, Michigan. I'm about, I'd say, a mile from my house, from my parents' house where I lived. And I'm driving home down Bellevue Road, and I have the girl, a friend of mine, in the seat next to me. Why is that funny?
It just is a girlfriend of yours.
She was my girlfriend at the time, you know, whatever. But it was, anyway, it was just us. They were driving down Bellevue Road, and there's this car right on my ass. And this, I mean, I have no idea why. It's a truck, and they're like, he's so close, you know, look at my rearview mirror. And it was just, I had no idea why he was on my ass. But the factor that's important here is that I had run out of gas. And this happened a lot to me because I was stupid. I used to always just put $5 worth and run out. But anyway, I put it in neutral and I'm coasting because I'm only like a mile from home and I want to coast as far as I can. So the whole time that I'm coasting, this guy on my ass stays on my ass the whole time that I'm coasting down, you know. And I don't know what he's doing. And I'm like, what is this guy's fucking problem? I'm clueless. I have no idea if if he thinks I cut him off, or I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I'm just like an 18-year-old kid with my girlfriend in the car, and as I'm nearing a stop, a rolling stop, you know, almost to my parents' house, this guy fucking stops with me. So first thing I want to do is get out of the car because I feel vulnerable just opening up the door and sitting there with a seatbelt on. So I jump out, and we meet like right between the two cars, right? And this guy comes up to me. I said, you know, what's your problem? And the guy, he just didn't make any sense. And this dude comes up and gets in my face, and he's like, you're my problem. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? And I really was clueless. I had no idea, you know. He goes, you better get back in your car and get the fuck on out. I said, dude, you got to go around me. I ran out of gas. He goes, bullshit. You get in your car and get going. And I'm like, you're not hearing me. I'm on empty. I don't know. What do you want anyway, you know? And all of a sudden, this guy sticks something in my ribs. And I always thought and still do think that it was a bottle opener. I really don't know what it was, but he's sticking the sting in my ribs, and it made me laugh. I laughed, and I said, what is that? Are you going to stab me? And his response was, what's it to you? Now, I think it's my business if you're going to stab me, you know. I mean, if there's something that's not my business, it's not that, you know, but... So I said, I said, what are you doing? What are you doing, Stab? He goes, what's it to you? I said, look, you better get in your car and go. I can't move, and I'm getting pissed at this time. And the guy goes, you either get the fuck on out, or I'm going to drive right over your car. And then he goes and he gets in his truck, and he starts revving his truck up. And I'm standing there, and I jump between the car and the truck, you know, like what am I going to do? Like, you know, hold it back with my strength. But this is, you know, like one of my first cars. I've already wrecked a couple cars at this point and was way in debt with my dad. I couldn't afford to, you know, have this guy wreck my car. And you know, the girl was sitting in the passenger seat, and this guy starts inching forward, closer to the car. So I felt like I had no other choice. I wasn't raging. I don't think I was like super angry, but I ran over there. I opened up his door, and I grabbed him by the chest of his shirt, and pow! I popped him, and I fucking laid him out on his seat of his truck. And the guy fucking, he came out, he stepped out, and I think I hit him again once or twice, fucking, and the guy, like, all of a sudden, like, ran and grabbed his whatever his gimmick was, his bottle opener. He grabbed it, and he jumped in his truck, and then he went around the car and took off. And I had no idea what the fuck that was about. I just beat some guy up over, and at the time I got in a lot of fights. I was that kind of kid. But this one, I tried every which way to avoid it. And no matter what I did, it seemed like my only choice. You know, his glasses stayed there on the side of the road, and over the next several days, I would point that out to every one of my friends when they'd ride our bikes by us. So I'd say, look, dude, there's his glasses right there. Officer X, what could I have done, man?
No, you're blocked too, but like my father's just like your father. I hate driving with him. He drives like 200 miles an hour. Everything's personal. And starts yelling. I'd said a million times, Dad, are you willing to die over cutting this guy off? Because you don't know who the hell's getting out of a car with what in this day and age.
Right.
And
that's the thing. You have to consider the consequences. People think they have a right. You know, like somebody did something, they have a right to go up and flip them off and say, fuck you. Like they think they got that coming to you. No, you don't. They might have a fucking gun.
Right.
No, and even that, you never know anybody sitting with. You never know. Maybe the guy's wife just had some problems, or his kids are sick, or they're rushing to the hospital. It's none of your business how somebody else drives if they don't hit you. Who gives a fuck? It's not that important.
I agree totally. You know, I'm going to go to Brandon from Nevada. Let's see if you're...
Officer
What up, Brandon?
What's happening there, Rob?
What state is Officer X from?
I'm sorry?
Hold on, Brandon. Officer X is from Massachusetts. Is that what you were asking, Cebu?
Yes. Okay, I was wondering.
Parts unknown.
He's from parts unknown, Massachusetts.
That's even better.
So, Brandon, are you in Las Vegas?
In Vegas, yeah.
Sweet, dude. That's like one of my absolute very favorite cities. I love Vegas. What part do you live in?
I'm just off of the Strip a little bit. I work at the Blue Man Show.
Dude, I love the Blue Man Show, too. That's awesome. Hey, did you email me one time telling me you could hook me up?
Yeah, a couple times, actually.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I don't remember if it was at my MySpace or what, but yeah, I haven't been there in a little while, but Vegas is definitely one of mine and SVD's getaway spots when we take off to go somewhere. I've made it in
I
made
read
it 3.5 hours before.
Yeah, I'd read that you guys were in town or something, seeing a comedy show or something like that, and I was like, oh man, I wish I would have known they were here.
Yeah, we actually have a house in Vegas in Silverado Ranch.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah. We thought about relocating to there before, but anyway, you know, if I did have to move out of LA, that'd be a place I'd consider. But fuck, I love LA. So yeah, well, thanks for calling. And yeah, I remember. Fuck yeah, I love the Blue Man Group. I've seen that show twice, and if I was to get back to Vegas, I would definitely want to take you up on that. You know, the only part I don't like about it is at the end when they bring they run those big tissue toilet papers over everybody's head, you know. Well, I was like, okay, come on, people are going out, man. They stop at the show, they don't want you fucking their hair up.
Right. Well, hey, speaking of, you were talking about energy.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, have you checked out the What the Bleep Do We Know, the movie?
You know, I've tried to watch that a couple times, and I actually have that. I actually have that here in my house, and I should give it another try. But I found it hard to keep up with. I remember the kid bouncing the basketball, and the deaf lady that you know, from the L Word, those hot lesbians. She I remember her on there, but it didn't. I should give it another try. Is that something you would recommend? Because for some reason I wasn't retaining it that much. I don't know if I was busy doing something else while I was watching it or what. But I didn't. And when they were trying to say you bounce the basketball and the ball never actually touches the ground, I couldn't really accept that. And I think that kind of made me resistant to it.
There's a lot of stuff in that I think. I mean, you were always talking about The Secret or the Celestine Prophecy and stuff like that. And the What the Bleep is kind of down the vein of we don't know what energy is and how it's translated in religion and in science and into everyday life and everything like that. And it's just there's so many things into it about how, you know, like our bodies get addicted to certain proteins from certain emotions. So we'll put ourselves in situations.
Wait, I'm sorry, Officer X, are you tasing somebody while we're on RVD Radio? Don't tase me, bro.
Saving taboo from the dogs, dude.
Does it work over the phone?
RVD, motherfucker!
Nice.
Stop saying.
Dude.
That's right, Daddy.
Yeah, definitely give it a chance if you haven't really gotten into it. Give it another chance.
All right, I will, because I have that. That's easy to do, and I'm always looking for shit to watch. People, a friend of mine, Cushionator, who made my kick-ass song that plays at the beginning of this, he got upset when he found out I don't have any hard rock music on my iPhone. A lot of the fans of the wrestling Rob Van Dam would be surprised to know that I drive listening to talk radio and I work out watching documentaries. But, hey, you know, I'm not...
What about the show tunes?
If a day goes by when you don't learn something, you've wasted a day, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, Officer X, this guy's on our page, man. So let me ask you, because you and I have had extensive talks about Celestine Prophecy and about The Secret, and you've sent me a couple other books. Have you checked out that movie, What the Bleep Do We Know?
No, but I'd like to.
Awesome. Now I finally got something to send you back, because you're always sending me shit. I'm going to send it to you because I got it. I'm going to make a copy illegally, or else more likely I'll just watch it and then send it to you.
Hey, speaking of which, did you send those other things out yet?
As a matter of fact, I did. I did yesterday, so you'll probably get them today or tomorrow or something. Some requested autograph signed by friends.
This guy's deep. I like this man.
Yeah, we can totally relate, Brandon, because we spend a lot of time with that, as does Dr. Shawn Stippich, who is probably not going to call in today. I don't think he can make my earlier time, but anyway, yeah, you know, here's something about the energy, okay? Now, we know from looking under microscopes that we're just made of energy, right? We're moving particles. We're not even solid. You know, we call it solid, but it's just a group of energy that's together, vibrating at the same speed, holding together. But we're made of energy. Everything between us is energy. Everything around us is energy. And I understand that connection on such a higher level than a lot of people can, because it's energy that flows through us, and we're all connected in such a way. Something we'll have to do as a topic is like sometime on another show is like when people somewhere else can feel something because they're connected. You know what I mean? It happens with twins a lot. It happens with me a lot. A lot of times when I will call somebody, they'll say, "Oh my God, that's so weird. I was just thinking about you." That happens every day to me. And the thing is, we really are connected. As if we had two cups in a string, there's energy between us that you can see that does that. One moment of an enlightenment that I had that was really awesome was I was out by the pool one time and I was stretching and I had my eyes closed and I was just kind of meditating, and I realized that everything that I could feel and sense was energy, and that wasn't even like right there. It was everywhere. So I compared all my senses because the sun was hitting me, and obviously I'm not touching the sun, but I could feel the warmth from the sun on my skin because the energy between us, we're connected through that trail of energy. It was warming me up. I could hear the music from the radio, and the speaker wasn't in my ear. It's a good 40 feet away, but the sound was traveling to me through connected energy, and I could feel the wind the same way, and it just made so much sense to me, whether I'm smelling a cookout from my neighbors a few yards down, that's the energy, and that I'm connected from that pit, that grill, to my nose. There's nothing solid. It's all just energy. It makes its way to me in such a way everything is connected like that.
Crazy world we live in, huh?
Yeah, hey, Sabu, I didn't know your dog could answer the phone. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good dog. She's a good dog.
That's awesome. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate that conversation.
This guy's in touch.
No doubt, man. We appreciate that, Brandon. We can definitely relate. You got any road rage incidents you want to share?
I generally don't get road rage. I'm pretty mellow, laid-back kind of guy. If I feel like I'm starting to get stressed out when I'm driving, I'll pull out like a Weird Al CD or something like that and put it in the changer. It's really hard to get mad when you're laughing. So
I guess
true. Yeah. We call that a shifter, right? A energy shifter, or something that is going to change your vibration right away because it's going to make you think different. Cool. Well, thanks for the call. I'm going to put you on mute, so feel free to keep listening in. And I'm going to move on because I have some very patient calls. I even got one caller. Nikki, how come I got one caller that's calling from two different lines? Is that really happening? Because it really went through? No, it actually says just listening, don't answer on both lines on 6 and 8. Is that crazy? Nikki. All right. Anyway, let me know if Kid Kash calls back, Nikki, and I will go right on to another call. But as Brandon was saying, he's mostly mellow, so am I. I take pride in being well-balanced and being peaceful. Some of the wrestlers, like Ravens, he says that he's recently told me that in all the years he's known me, he says I'm like the most laid-back wrestler he's ever met, that he's seen me, and it's hard to get me upset. But when the road rage takes over, and it doesn't very often with me, but that's what the rage is about it, is it takes over. It's like, is that you ringing, Officer X?
No, that's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Dog man.
It's that dog.
The dog calling me.
What? This happened to me one time, and it was just a couple of years ago. It was right after I got suspended for the possession of marijuana with ECW, and I had to drop the ECW world title and the WWE world title, and I spent 30 days at home, which was some of my 30 favorite days in my WWE history. I actually asked for more time. But anyway, after I came back, I was somewhere near you, Officer X. I think I was in Massachusetts, somewhere up in that area. And I did have a moment where I felt that rage. It was something where afterwards I felt like, I'm like really glad that something didn't happen, because something could have definitely taken place there. It was after a show. It was at nighttime, and we're driving, and there's construction, so there's cones, so there's no passing anybody. But there's nobody out on the road except for just me and this one guy in front of me. And the cones have you going through like some S shapes through the construction. And this guy was going like 15 miles an hour, And it was just like, it was, I got raged. I got upset. Not right away. not right away, but it led to that, because at first I was just angry, and I was like, come on, so like he slowed down a little bit, so I gave him a little honk, like, beep, like, all right, come on, buddy, I just wanted to let him know, hey, it's okay, you can hit that gas pedal. The guy flips me off. Guy puts his middle finger up and flips me off, and I was like, oh, no, he didn't. So now I lay on the horn, and I'm holding the horn down, beep, just laying it down, right? And the guy slows down even more, and so now I'm pissed, right? And, I don't remember, the guy, like, when it went through to 2 lanes, I think I actually pulled over. Like I don't know if I was behind him or if I passed him, but I pulled over hoping this guy would pull over because I got so angry so quick, and he drove on. And then, of course, I realized, oh, my God, how much trouble would I get in leaving some guy unconscious on the side of the road? And besides, I mean, I don't want that to happen, but I got that angry just for a moment, and I'm glad nothing happened from it. But since I'm honest and open with you, RVD Radio Free Thinkers, share that with you. What's that, Sabu?
Hey, you ready? Here's one for you, buddy. Right? Famous line. You ready?
I'm ready.
Never do anything in haste or anger, because you always regret it. Always regret it.
That's the thing. As soon as I take Sabu off, he rings again. That's all right, dude.
Would the original Sheik have allowed a dog in the house?
Sabu, did Sheik have a dog?
Yeah, he did. The dog name was Sabu.
I don't remember the dog.
Because it died before you came around. I'm actually the second Sabu.
Ah, right on. Okay.
But the first Sabu was a dog, a white German Shepherd.
Okay. Hey, how come your phone's ringing so much? Are you that busy, or is it the same person that wants you to pick up and you won't pick up, or what?
I'm just that popular. You know how I am.
Dude, that's awesome. Must be nice to be Sabu.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go now to Mr. Wait, did we already get Mike from California? People hang on so long, and then they give up because I make them wait a long time, but we're all long talkers. By the way, almost had Scotty Riggs on. I can't shut Scotty Riggs up when he starts talking. You got to give him 5 minutes for every answer. That's rough. But Mike from California, what's up with you today?
Hey, how's it going, RVD, man? How's everything going?
Dude, everything is so awesome. Isn't it beautiful in California today?
Yeah, it's a nice day. Nice and warm, nice laid back. I'm just got out of work, so I'm just chilling right here. Hey, man,
I long for days like this, man. We have several days where it's cloudy, it's cooler, like in the low 60s, and man, I just get depressed. I want the sun every day, so when the sun comes out, I'm a sun worshiper. I get out there, I connect with it, it makes me feel good. So today's one of those days.
Yeah, dude, it's been cold the last couple of days. It's good to have a warm one. Dude, I was going to say, your dad sounds cool, man. He sounds like a cool guy. Badass,
Oh,
man.
My dad's super cool, man. He was on RVD TV once. We called the episode Papa Van Dam, and it's me and Dad just talking about life and philosophies, talking about the universe.
I can
glad to have him on there. And every time I get together with my dad, we end up having these deep conversations about life. And I don't know if it's always been that way or just since I was an adult, but yeah, definitely, man. He's cool, and I got to bring the camera when he's driving sometime.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because your dad's very cool.
When is that DVD going to be available?
It's actually available right now at robvandam.com. It's the only place you can get it.
All right, awesome. You know what? I just want to take a second to say hello to Sabu. How you doing, Sabu?
I'm good. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. It's excellent to talk to you. I spoke to you, I think 2 weeks ago. I just wanted to say, man, it's awesome, dude. There's nobody like you, and, shit, you must get it a lot, but, man, it's an honor, dude, just to talk to you and everything that you've accomplished, and just, it's great, bro. You're greatly appreciated, man. Awesome.
Get what a lot? A lot of pussy, you mean? Yeah, you're
I know.
right.
I was going to say, do you get it a lot, Sabu? Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah. Hey, Sabu, speaking of my mom and dad, want me to tell you hello, too.
Yeah, tell them I love them and I miss them.
Certainly will.
RVD, man, I hear you on that left lane when people don't get to make the left, and then you have to wait another time. But another thing that kills me, dude, is when people make a right turn and they stay right in the damn lane instead of, going off to the side and allow the other people to go straight. And they, block the whole fucking lane, and then they make their right. It just kills me, man.
You know what else kills me is when you can turn right on a red light and they don't even consider it. So you have to wait behind them, and they're stopping, and they're only waiting for the light to turn green so they can turn right, but it's a perfectly legal movement anyway unless it's otherwise marked. That gets me. I lay on the horn when they're ahead of me and they won't turn right. They got the right turn signal on, they're just waiting at the red light, and it's clear. I'm like, go, motherfucker!
Hey, that's a great idea about the wiper fluid. That's awesome, dude. I'm gonna adopt that as my own, bro.
Dude, it's so fun too. It always makes Sonya laugh when I do it. And if I'm upset with them, then I usually hope that their window's a little bit muddy, so when they have to wipe it, it smears it a little bit. That gives me a little joy. But it works every time, dude. You just hold it on, and you go. Whoever's in the car, I go watch. I go watch them. They're gonna have to put their wipers on, and sure enough, they do.
Well, what works better is you piss in a cup and you go about 55 miles an hour.
Oh, 70, man. You got to be going 70 miles an hour.
Oh, between 55 and 70. So
oh, that it? Okay.
Put the car behind you. That's always funny.
Tracy Smothers used to have that broken down for us. Used to tell us the exact speed you had to go. I could never understand. Dude, that's nasty. Like on the Japanese bus in Japan, a lot of times you don't want the pressure of having the bus over, because if you pull over, there's like 15 guys on the bus. You don't want to be the one that says, can we hit the next rest area? At least especially not when you're young and green or whatever. So a lot of guys will piss in a bottle, and it doesn't all go in the bottle. You see it all over the seat. That's so gross. And like guys do it in the car when they're by themselves. Pull the fuck over. I go country boy style. I will pull off the highway onto a road, like in a neighborhood in front of, and piss. Especially if it's dark on the side of the road if I have to. But I don't piss in the bottles.
Yeah, that's why you get pinched all the time.
What's that?
That's why you're always having those fucking police encounters, whipping your hog out on the side of the road.
Well, it is a weapon of mass destruction. Sonya just got back. She left for a little while. We didn't even.
Was that Officer X just talking just now?
Yeah.
He sounds like a guy I know from Cleveland. Is that him?
No, that's a different Officer X.
Oh, okay.
We should have him on the line. I got a happy holidays.
He's Detective X now.
Okay. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Can you give Nikki Kid Kash's number? Punch that in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Sonya just came home. She went and took Louie's grandma Mary to the something she had to go to and pick her back up.
Lou's grandmother?
Yeah, she's Sonya's been really close with her lately, like visiting her and taking her places and shit like that lately. Tina just had Louie's sister just had the baby, and she's married. I don't know if you knew that, but they got a lot going on over there now.
Well, tell Mary I said hi, and I miss her, and I love her too.
I sure will, Sabu.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah, super cool. We're talking about Louis Spicoli, good friend of ours back in the day. In the original ECW, it would be Sabu, RVD, Louis Spicoli, Sabu's wife, my wife, and Pee-wee. And that was pretty much the clique. We would travel in the Winnebago from town to town to town. And
Duncan. Remember Bobby Duncan?
Bobby, too, yeah. Yeah, and the thing about Bobby is he would come, and on a tour he would drink like so many beers, like right off the bat, but he would always tell us that he didn't drink at home. And I'd say, how can you have that kind of tolerance
and not drink at home?
And not drink at home? No, really, I don't even have beer in my fridge at home.
Sure, Bobby.
Yeah, I miss him too, though. Uh-oh, no, don't cancel, Nikki. Look at that. Crazy. So, Mike from Iowa, road rage?
Dude, yes, I had some yesterday, bro. I was driving down Garfield and Beverly Boulevard, which is like a lot of fucking major streets, and I'm in the right lane, and this fucking guy, dude, he passed up a parking spot that was available, so he took it upon himself to go in reverse down Garfield Boulevard, dude, and here I come going about 40.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't give him the finger, but I was screaming and cussing like, dude, are you fucking
well, of all the name.
Dude, it was fucking bad, dude. I thought for sure I was gonna like fucking hit him or some fucked up shit. And then my horn doesn't work, dude. I drive a VW bus, dude.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm like screaming, and like this dude was just cool as can be. Like, it didn't fucking faze him at all, bro.
Right, dude. See, that's the thing. I think if we could define, like break down what we're really feeling when we get road rage, we're feeling like this motherfucker and his ignorance is fucking my day up, right? Isn't that what it is? We feel like intruded on by someone else's ignorance.
People with no fucking common sense, man.
How'd you feel afterwards?
You know what? I felt, honestly, for about 3 minutes, I felt like smacking the dude in the head or just, like, shaking him, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But then after a few blocks, I just said, you know what, fuck it. People are idiots, so, oh, well, kind of let it go.
Think about this, man. Say you caught that fucking guy, right? And say you kicked his ass, right? Who knows, right? Say you knocked his tooth out, and then you get caught. Now you're on the hook for fucking buying his teeth, for the lawyer, for all that bullshit. For nothing. You know that?
Over road rage.
Hey, I've seen guys. Hey, I'll tell you what. I had one time. Fucking guy cut another guy off. They get out and duked it out. One guy punched the guy in the chin, banged his head on the bumper, and fucking died. The guy did 7 fucking years in the can over that bullshit.
Ouch.
7 long fucking years over fucking no blinker or something.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, when you can think about the consequences, then that's awesome because it stops you from doing stupid shit. But the rage takes over, and you can't think about it. I mean, that's really what it is. You gotta, that's why you try and be as smart as you can. You always want to make the best decisions. But when they were talking about Chris Benoit killing his family is rage, we all knew that that's not rage because rage doesn't happen over a fucking weekend. Rage is instant. You're taken over by, as the caller earlier said, like this beast from within. It just takes over, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was more like dementia or something, like, something else, man.
Plan that out.
Before you let me go, man, I just wanted to say that was a great JBL story. That guy's a fucking asshole. I remember in the One Night Stand when he fucking cold cocked Blue Meanie. That guy's
right.
Shit. And I'll make sure I'll tell all my friends that he got knocked the fuck out by Joey Styles.
Well, I'm sure it'll be in the news shortly.
Joey Styles is my hero. I missed the conversation, man. I loved hearing that story like nothing else. Because JBL, he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a flat-out dick. We haven't really liked each other for a long time, especially since I was chanting, shut the fuck up at the ECW pay-per-view right in front of his face.
Takes a lot to get SPD fired up like that.
Yeah, that ECW One Night Stand when they had JBL and the SmackDown guys in there. I came out and and I told them, you got nothing to do with the success of tonight's show. Shut the fuck up, get out of here. That was like speaking from the heart. Like I was offended by the whole show. It didn't need that. That was Vince not thinking ECW could pull, on its own and have a good enough show. And, that was something, by the way, that was not at all staged, like none of it was. And you were right there with me, Fonzie Daddy. Can you talk to me? You're on. Let me take you off mute, and then you can talk to me. Wait. That's right, Daddy. Let's hear from you.
Hey, RVD. It seems like yesterday that happened, but it's been a while and time goes by. What do you got? What's the topic tonight?
Tonight we're talking about road rage and all your years on the road. Hopefully you can share some stories with us. And also we're just talking about balance of energy, what it takes to be conscious of if you're taking people's energy. People have conversations and really it's a conflict. They're low on energy themselves from a spiritual reason, so they try and take other people's energies, and they do it. Here's the deal, Fonzie. Here's the formula. People fall into a control drama automatically, one of 3, and you should check yourself and see which one you think you might be. Are you an interrogator? Like, an interrogator takes energy by asking questions about them, like, dude, why'd you wear your hair like that, or, oh, wow, do you like that shirt? Yeah, and then it makes them feel bad, they pour their energy out. Aloof if somebody, where that, if you say, come on, man, tell me what's wrong, and they say, no, I'm cool. And they avoid confronting, and thereby you can't help but pour all your energy into them. You say, okay, well, you know that your girl ain't cool, so you're going to still be thinking, damn, you can't stop thinking about it. What's wrong with her? And she's driving you crazy, taking all your energy. The other one is an interrogator. An interrogator is someone, an intimidator. Interrogator, aloof and intimidator. An intimidator, obviously, is someone that's in your face, stealing your energy.
And that's JBL, and he got knocked the fuck out, and we're talking about that too.
Yeah, and by the way, when Joey knocked him out, that wasn't rage. I'm sure that was Joey getting poked and poked and poked till he said, "Damn it, I'm not kidding, one more fucking time," and then gave it to him. I have no doubt that's the way that went down.
Yeah, of course, because Joey Styles ain't that kind of guy. He's a nice guy. He's not a fucking a bully.
That's right, Daddy.
You know,
I've seen Joey with a lot of pressure under him, and he handled it well. He didn't let anything out that was negative. The whole time I worked with him from 2005 to 2001. Of course, we gave him nothing to complain about, you know.
No, dude. It was, but that's like the best story, though, and you heard about that, I'm sure, right, Fonzie?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so we want to hear about road rage stories, Fonzie. You were on the road a long time. You traveled with a lot of guys. I've been sharing too many stories. I'm thinking, fuck, I guess I've had this happen a lot of times. There's another story I got to pop out here in a minute, too, that happened. But what about you?
Yeah, road rage was something I try to avoid because I've seen it happen a few times, and I said, man, over a little stupid misunderstanding, a turning lane or something, and then somebody jumps out of the car and gets shot, or it's crazy. I was with Kevin Sullivan, Mark Lewin, and Sir Oliver Humperdinck. We were driving down to Miami, and they were all big. I mean, they were freaking huge, Van Dam. I mean, you know, Kevin Sullivan's short, but he was like 270. Mark Lewin was like 305, and they were on the juice, you know, carrot juice and shit. So they were already antsy. And we were at a red light, car in front of us, the light turned green. I mean, not more than 2 seconds, Kevin Sullivan jumped out of the car, pulled the guy out of the window, and beat him half to death because he didn't take off in time. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but I contribute that to the carrot juice and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. True, a lot of times it is, you know, but a lot of times it's just someone else's ignorance. Someone else's ignorance intrudes on you so much, you know. Like a couple months ago, I was on Santa Monica Boulevard. I got Chris Masters in the passenger seat, and Sonia is in the back seat. So there's just the three of us. And we're cruising down Santa Monica Boulevard, and somebody in a car that was in the right lane came over and really came close to me and got in front of me. Like, they almost brushed against my car. And I just, like, gave them, you know, so I just gave, like, a little honk, you know, like, beep, you know, let them know I was there. Like, hey, motherfucker, let's pay attention. You know, you're out on the road. And, and so this guy, he starts slowing down. So I'm like, what the fuck? And so now we're on Santa Monica Boulevard, and the guy goes slower, so I honk again. He gives me the bird. This motherfucker's flipping me off, so I'm laying on the horn, you know, and then flipping him back off, you know, beep. And he starts waving, like, with his fingers, like, come on, come on. And he goes and he pulls over. And I wasn't raging about it. It wasn't like, fuck this, I'm going to kill him. I wasn't like...
There was no rage from Rob at all.
No, so this was a situation where I'm in control, but I am ready to knock this guy the fuck out, you know. And so I pull over too, and I get out of the car real quick because I'm not going to let somebody get on me when I got my fucking seatbelt on. I jump out of the car and I walk up to him. He gets out of his car and he takes about 2 steps towards me, and when he saw me walking up on him aggressively, he starts backing up. It turns out to be this fucking little weasel, and he was like a chihuahua that would nip at your feet every time you turn around, but when you'd look at him, he'd run away. It was I was totally ready to knock him out. You know, I walk up on him, you know, and he goes, first thing he goes is, CIA, you're in big trouble, mister. And I kept walking on him. He's backing up. He's backing up, and I'm walking, you know, towards him aggressively on Santa Monica Boulevard. I go, CIA my ass, what the fuck's your problem? And he goes, CIA, get back in your car right now. And so I stopped, and I'm like, all right, this guy's a weasel. He don't want to fight. You know, he realizes he fucked up, whatever. So I turn around to walk back to my car, and this motherfucker's nipping on my heels, you know. You just fucked up big time, buddy. You just messed up. So I turn around, and he starts walking off again. I walk back towards him, And that happened like 3 or 4 times with him going, CIA, buddy. I'm going, dude, you can't even spell CIA, motherfucker. And I was like, and every time I turn around, he comes, I was like, stop fucking walking away. Stand still and let me knock you the fuck out or get in your car, you know. And finally, you know, he got in his car. I got in my car. And like, soon as we left, soon as I was pulling out, dude, a cop car came right around the corner. So, like, if I would have fucking punched him or something, the cop would have been right there. And it would have been stupid. And I would have been in big trouble. Someone like us, we're celebrities. You can't just knock somebody out without expecting them to get rich off of it. But, I mean, and Masters didn't even have to, didn't have to get out of the car. I think he might have opened up the door, like, towards the end or whatever. But him and Sonya both were like, wait, what's going on? Because it was, like, so quick. I was like, hold on, I'll be right back. And I put it in park, and I went out there. But anyway, Fonzie, you missed a whole bunch of stories I've been sharing earlier. And we got Sabu on the line. When's the last time you talked to Sabu, Fonzie?
Oh, my God. Machi, konnichiwa.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Sabu, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great, man. I hope to see you soon.
EC Dub.
What's that?
I need an EC Dub soundbite. I don't got one.
Oh, okay.
It'd be great to see you guys. It'd be great to see you and Van Dam.
Ireland and France, and I did pretty good.
Yeah, good. How were the houses? Good?
Oh, every house was sold out. It was great.
Wow. How's your body? That's the main thing.
That's not great, but it's pretty good.
Right. Brother, you're a fucking machine. You're the only guy I've seen work with broken jaws, broken backs, and shit. Not that
Yeah,
bad.
remember Brokeback Mountain?
What's that?
Remember you were Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah.
Hey, you there?
You're listening to RVD Radio.
What?
Hey, I'm going to go to another caller I haven't talked to in a long time. Sonya, baby. Look at Tommy G calling into RVD Radio.
Tommy G, as in...
Yeah. Yeah, what up, Tommy G?
Hey, how's it doing in the Cali side?
Dude, it's so beautiful. I feel sorry for you up there in the snow, but if you like it and you love it, then good for you, because I am loving the sunshine of Cali. Rode my bike today. I did my stretch out by the pool. It's fucking beautiful, and tomorrow's going to be even better. He asked, baby. He asked. What's up, Tommy G?
We got 58 degrees in New York today. It wasn't so bad, so we're doing all right. But my little girl wants to say hello before her bath time, so say hi to Daddy's friend.
Hi, Daddy's friend.
Hi, sweetie. Hey, I'm blanking on her name, though.
Ariana.
Ariana, that's right. Pretty name. Dude, I'm sure she's growing quick.
It's awesome, man. Things are doing well, and I almost had to censor the phone here because I started picking up on some of the F-bombs.
Uh-oh. Is it okay if we say she's growing like a weed? Because she won't really understand that inside we're joking about marijuana.
Yeah, that's good. No worries.
All right. Dude, so Tommy G would pick me up also when I would come to New York. Harry Slash sometimes back in the day, a lot of times at nighttime, and Tommy G in the daytime. You'd pick me up from the arena. We'd go take our drives. Tommy'd take me to the comic store, to the Tan, and I always wanted to get away from work and go drive around and then come back, you know. So, dude, right now we got Harry Slash, we got Sabu, we got Fonzie, we got Officer X, and we got Tommy G all on the line at once.
Almost like an ECW reunion.
ECW.
Tommy G, where are the cannolis?
I was going to say, that was the only road rage incident. I almost dropped them one day. I had to go back and find more cannolis in Queens, New York.
Uh-oh, why'd you drop them? Because somebody pulled out in front of you and pissed you off?
You know what it's like driving in New York City. You know, it takes a little time to get around the bend.
Yeah, you got any stories to share with us maybe on anything that's happened? Maybe something I don't remember when I was in the car with you and I had to get out and spin kick somebody?
Rob, I can tell you we've had a lot of good miles together. I put a lot of windshield time on the car, and it was a lot of fun traveling around there. I got to learn a lot and you know, got exposed to a lot of different areas, and it's nice to maintain a friendship with you. So it's as far as the stories go, I hope there's more to come, and it'd be nice to catch up with you guys again.
Hell yeah! Hey Tommy, while you're online, do you want to plug your website or anything?
Tommy G, www.atg.metlife.com.
And this is health insurance, life insurance, Earthquake insurance? What do you got?
Certification as a long-term care consultant, and a few more things that I'm looking at doing. But hey, business is pretty good, so we try to keep handing, try to keep it going.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you called in. Haven't talked to you in a long time, and good to talk to Ariana. Sorry, dude.
You and Sonia. Hopefully, you guys had a chance to see that. Around Thanksgiving time, I sent it down to your place.
Yeah, we got him, dude. We got him. Appreciate that. So.
Very good. I'm going to say hi, and I'm going to say goodbye, and peace out to everybody out there, and hopefully we'll speak again soon.
Right on. Happy holidays, Tommy G.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Right on. Now I'm going to go to Phil from Massachusetts. What up, Phil?
Not much, Rob. How you doing, Bobby?
Bobby.
Oh,
I'm doing good, dude.
Rob. When you get the name Rob, it comes Bob. That's why.
Yes. You can call me Robert, Bobby.
No,
I guess that's
your
about
new name.
Oh.
Your new name.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Not bad. Classic one-liner. And
Thanks,
I do have to say, up yours with sunny California. It's only rain up here in Massachusetts.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, you chose it. You know, you're welcome to move to California.
I don't want to talk to these cocksuckers, but you have to.
So, give us a road rage story, dude.
You want a road rage story? Give me a sec to remember. Okay,
something that happened up there in, where'd you say you're at? You're in Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, yeah, this happened to me. I was driving down a 2-lane road one time, and I saw my rear view mirror that there are these cars. They're pulling over for some big shot asshole who's trying to get through.
I can tell it's bullshit already, but I think I know where it's going. Who's the big shot?
It's some guy named Kurt Urif.
Oh.
RVD, motherfucker!
Okay.
It's some big shot. I mean, seriously, if you're going to put your name on a car, wouldn't you want it to be cool, like the Van Daminator on your 2009 Camaro or Hernandez? You want a cool name like that, right?
I don't know about Fernandez, but I'm with you. It depends on how cool the car is. You want to hear something funny? Down in San Diego, I met Rey Mysterio in this parking lot. We met there. Get out of my car. Ray pulls up in a fucking Hummer, dude. He opened up his car door and a rope ladder came out for him to climb up into the driver's seat.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, seriously, why were these people pulling over for this big, red, noisy, this guy had an illegal horn, I swear to God, truck. He just wanted to be king shit. All these people are pulling over for this asshole to speed away. You know
so
what
you
I
did it too? You pulled over as well?
No, I didn't pull over. I just stayed right there in front of him. Every time I kept waiting for him to go past me, but he wanted me to go past him. Naturally, I decided to pull over and speed up along with him. I look at him. I get his attention. I push my tongue against the side of my mouth and make the universal sign for BJ, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you wanted him to pull over so you could blow him?
No, not that. He gets something on my dick, but I'm not talking
from Massachusetts.
If you're on the receiving end, it's not gay, but if you're on the giving end, it is.
Is that true, Officer X?
No.
Officer, is that the way they roll in Massachusetts?
That's not what happens in Florida, that's for sure.
No. Where are you from? Where are you from?
Me? I'm from Massachusetts.
Whereabouts? Give me a region.
About Boston area.
North or south?
Pardon?
North or south?
Officer X.
He's from Quincy or Braintree or somewhere like that.
No, he ain't from over there. They don't do that shit
Set
there.
him straight.
Where are you from?
Set him
Me?
straight.
Oh, I'm from Pittsburgh, but I live in Massachusetts.
Pittsburgh, that's what it is. You see, you guys do that shit in the steel mills and stuff. They don't do that shit.
Hey, what happens at the steel mills stays in the steel mills.
Yeah. I think Blog Talk producer Nikki's trying to get through to you, Officer X. You're also a fellow Massachusettsian, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm ready to tell you to set him straight, but you see he's from Pittsburgh originally. That's all I have to say. Officer X knows. He's from Pittsburgh.
Wow, yeah. Actually,
and also, hey, transplant. Whether you're pitching or catching, it's like when you take a pickle and you put a cucumber, you put in a jar of vinegar, it can never be a pickle again. So once you do that shit, you're fucked.
Hey, unless you've tried it, you need to give it a try sometime. You Californians like RVD over there, they're Californians. You can't say no to something unless you give it a little try, if you know what I mean.
Hey, out here in California, we still got Proposition 8 in the news every day with, gay people fighting for the rights to be treated equal and have the right to be married, by the way. Still, we had the elections, like a month ago, and they're still out there protesting today, guys, because I know nobody listening knows this. I'm not sure if you know this or not, Sonia. Today is Gay Strike Day.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I was listening to, I listen to talk shows. When I was listening to the radio on the way to my bike ride, today the gays are standing out and striking from work to try to make a difference in society and show that there's enough of them, to make a difference and to support, the equal rights for Proposition 8. So kind of a little interesting.
Equal rights.
Yeah. I'm all for equal rights.
Gays are entitled. At first, I didn't think gays deserved the right to be married, but then I thought of it from the other side. They have the right to be miserable. I've seen a dozen of my friends, whether they're married or they're just living together, they're absolutely terrible with each other. I've never seen more people unhappy. Pardon?
You know why? You know why those girls are miserable?
No, tell us.
Because you're bullying their husbands. That's what the fucking problem is.
Hey, they should do a better job in bed, honey.
Hey, I'll tell you, definitely it's not anyone else's right to tell them, whether they can give it a try or not. That's for damn sure. I've heard that a lot, like they have the right to be miserable too, or however you want to word it. Speaking from experience, I know that I can say that marriage has been an absolutely wonderful thing in my life.
Mine too.
10
blissful years.
10 years of marriage, about 12 years together. And by the way, we'll be talking, we'll have a topic sometime in the near future to talk about relationships, too, see if we can't give a little rub on our RVD listeners. You know what I'm saying? Because we know a lot about that. Nikki Heyman, thanks for calling in on the early show. What's up?
How's it going, Rob?
Dude, it's great, man. I got Sabu and Fonzie reunited. I got Harry Slash. I got Officer X on the line. We're chatting. I don't know if you've been listening the whole time or not, but we want to hear from you. One, if you got a road rage story. You got any road rage stories for us?
Actually, I do have a recent one. Surprisingly, it was not in a parking lot behind an arena.
I don't think you live there.
But actually, after that, I've got a story for Shabu. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I've got a little side street that leads me out to the main drag when I'm going into work. I'm pulling out onto this side street, and this Jeep comes roaring up, doing about 45, 50. This road's a 25, so I thought I had enough time, and he made a big show of me pulling out in front of him. Now, he's not done with me. I keep driving. He turns around and follows me down Cleveland Avenue, pulls up next to me, rolls down his window, and is screaming and cussing and everything else out his window at me. I'm trying to talk. I got a phone call going there. I roll down the window. I say, hold on a second. I said, does your mother kiss you with that mouth?
Nice.
Does your mother even know you say those words? All this other kind of stuff. He wouldn't shut up.
Fonzie, did you kiss his mother with that mouth?
Yes.
Nice. Just check to see if he's listening.
That's right, Daddy. That's right, Daddy. That's right, Daddy.
That's a good story.
RVD, motherfucker!
Hey, so also something we're talking about, Nikki Heyman, and I think that this is probably right up your alley. We're talking about how to relate to people without taking their energy, People if you notice someone that tries to dominate a conversation, like someone has to speak louder, whether they're interrupting or whatever, they're taking control, speaking louder, that's an intimidator, and they're forcing you to pay attention to them. You can't help it, and where attention goes, energy flows. So basically, they're stealing your energy. I don't want that. When I'm trying to tie my boots in the dressing room, and JBL's going, oh hell yeah, hey Renee, hey, why don't you go out there tonight and wear this? And he's like forcing you to pay attention and he's taking your energy, literally. That's an intimidator. There's also an interrogator, who's someone who asks questions about you and then make you feel bad about yourself, and you lose your energy that way too. They could just say, did you like your match tonight? Did it feel all right to you? Did your timing seem all right to you? And you can't help it. There goes your energy. The other one is aloof, and aloof is someone that avoids answering the questions, thereby causing you to pour all your energy into them. And that's somebody, if you think about it, and you can say, I guess I'm kind of aloof, because when someone asks me questions, and they say, hey man, what are you going to do? I don't know. No, I mean, are you all right? Did you like how that match went? Yeah, it was fine. Don't worry about it. That's someone being aloof, and it causes you to not be able to hold on to your energy. That's something we're talking about today too, because as a conscious effort, if you make a study of that, not only can you stop other people from taking your energy, but in return, you can catch yourself from stealing other people's energy, and you can learn to be more peaceful. You can catch yourself, and all it takes is awareness. Once you realize and you say, oh, I keep talking over everybody, and you stop, then there you go. Just like that, you're going to notice that the energy you don't take from them is going to be replaced with a much better energy. It's a divine energy that you get from within, and it's something that you have to consciously do. Now on this radio show, when we got 5 people jockeying for position, you might have to scream over somebody, whatever, but as a conscious effort to try to not do that, it's something that can change your perspective on life, and you notice it. I changed Sandman because I told Sandman about that. He was an intimidator, and I told him, Sabu, I don't know if you remember or not, in the last several months, when you were in WWE, Sandman was getting real spiritual and stuff, and I told him, dude, you take everyone's energy because you're always screaming at him, you're talking over them, whatever, and he realized that, and he changed that about himself, probably not permanently, but I mean, he would concentrate and purposely stop himself from doing that, and it brought him down into such a peaceful level that he found that he was more open to spiritual awareness. Do you remember that, Sabu? Oh. Sabu's not with me? Oh, I fucking muted you. He's probably talking. Hold on. I muted you when the dogs were barking. No wonder I haven't heard from you. One more time. Do you remember that, brother?
I remember. He changed like night and day. He changed overnight, practically.
Yeah, I thought that would be cool to bring that up and talk about that today, because people listen. They can hear the archives and download this later and think to themselves, wow, that really made a lot of sense and could be reaching out and helping a lot of people. So, Nikki, that sounds like something right up your alley because I know you're all into the Zen.
Well, I mean, and I find it funny that you brought up JBL as an example. As Joey decided to take care of the intimidator interrogator thing when he knocked him the fuck out while they were overseas. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah, we're talking about that, too.
Dude, that is the best news ever. It was so fucking funny, man. We're high off of that. That is so awesome. Joey Styles punched JBL and knocked him the fuck out.
That explains why he was so quiet Monday night when he came out and stole the Slammy from Shawn Michaels.
I heard he was quiet. I don't know what I was doing Monday night, but I wasn't watching Raw. It's fucking awesome. I wonder if they heard about this all the way out in England. I'm going to find out by going to caller Matt. What up, Matt? Cheers, mate.
What's up, Rob?
How's it? What is it? Nighttime over there? Let's see. It's quarter to 4. We got a little over 15 minutes left of the show here on the West Coast. What time is it in England?
1:45 midnight.
Holy cow, right on. Well, you must have heard about Joey Styles knocking out JBL.
Oh, hell yeah. I almost cried. I was so happy.
I think that kind of news made everybody happy. That's just like cheerful news. Well, probably not everybody. Probably everybody but JBL.
I
yes, we're all going to point them out.
Karma is a bitch. Karma guided that punch, Joey's fist, right to that right place. Karma.
Yeah, for sure.
Styles busted them open.
So Matt, you know, over there in England, you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. That must lead to some rage.
Yeah, hell yeah. All the time.
You got any stories? Anything happened to you, whether you were driving or riding with somebody that freaked out?
Actually, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I wasn't driving. My mother was. But we were driving around this roundabout. I assume you know what one of them is over there in America.
Absolutely.
I hate them.
Right.
Roundabout is somewhat acceptable as a term for the traffic circles. Some states call them roundabouts. Some states call them traffic circles.
And rotaries.
Right.
And rotaries,
well,
yes.
This king arsehole came out, finding out from one side of the road, almost bashed into our car, and then decided to stop and then back up into us.
Oh, fuck. What'd you do?
And then drive off really fucking fast. And the bastard who was driving this car happened to spit at my grandmother a week before in a petrol station.
My gosh. This guy sounds crazy.
Yeah. I couldn't do anything about it, but I got his license plate and shit, and the cops will not do a damn thing about it.
Officer Ed, this is where you stand in and defend the officers of the law. Why would somebody not do anything about somebody backing into a car twice and spitting at an old lady?
It's England, man. The laws could be different. Here, you got to do something.
I might have an answer.
Let's hear it.
All right. Someone give me, what do you think, Nikki?
Oh, that's easy. The Bobbies aren't going to chase him because the guy in the car's probably better armed than they are.
Actually, no, they're not. They live in a bloody caravan.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Trailer, guys.
They live in a caravan.
A caravan is a trailer, guys.
Sonia is a big fan of England, and she can translate for us here because London has been one of her favorite places to go and visit, although right now she's extremely excited about this trip we got coming up to France in March. And, yeah, it's a pretty big trip. There's like 13, 14, I don't know. There's like 12 matches or, I don't know. There's a bunch of matches, and it's a pretty big tour, and it's just something that worked out. So we're going to go start in Paris and go on from there. Same company that Sabu just came back, I guess, from Ireland and in France. And I don't know, where all did you go, Sabu?
Just,
Did you go to, you didn't go to Belgium?
France. The Germany part of it got canceled.
Aha, okay. So, anyway, and I think there's a possibility that you might be on this too, Sabu. I hope so. I don't know. And
I'm sure we'll work things out.
Hope so. That'll be awesome. Masterpiece is also on that. So we're excited about that. And Sonia has not been to France. So
I'm very excited.
You're more excited about that than going back to London, right?
Well, yeah, because I've been to London quite a few times. And I actually am surprised at how well I know London. But I've never been to France, and I've always wanted to go to Paris. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'll take a trip to London any day. Don't get me wrong.
As much as I don't enjoy traveling, I love taking Sonia. And now that I'm being real selective, I'm only taking bookings with business class seating. It's a whole different experience getting treated like a big star instead of feeling like I'm one of the cattle. You know what I mean?
Hey, Rob,
so
I guess
no, Kid Kash. Oh, no, wait. Is that Kid Kash's number? The 615, I think it is. It says it's muted. Oh, I'm already talking to that. 615. Hey, who's calling from 615? Is that not KID? Is on. Kid Kash. Is that? Oh, I muted him. Oh, that is him. Okay. Well, Kid Kash.
What? Cash?
What up, Kid? Speak to us, Cash. You are unmuted. We're listening to you. The spotlight's on. Go!
What's up? What's up, Cracker?
Hey, man. KID, you're on the line with RVD, SVD, Sabu, Nikki Heyman, who I'm putting on mute right now. Sorry, Nikki, just to clear up some lines. And I got Fonzie Daddy. And I even got Matt from England, who I put on mute. Sweet. So, dude, here we go. EC Dub.
Hey. Yeah. Word. Hey, I called earlier and I was listening to you talk about your road rage habits and stuff, so.
You got any stories to share with? No, not road rage habits, man, but I'll tell you, as I'm sharing the stories, I keep remembering more and more. I remember this one time, and this was shortly after I had to knock that dude out that was in his truck. I remember we went to a college party. There was me and my friend Dingo and Brian Livingood, maybe Rob Smith, and a similar thing happened where a car, something happened with another car where we flipped each other off or something, and when we came to a stop, I got out of the car and I ran after the car, and they took off down the road, and I chased them like sprinting as fast as I could, and it was like a carload of these people, and who knows what could have happened, but I was stupid at that age, and everyone else stayed in the car, but I chased this car down the fucking road. Actually, that happened twice. That happened in Lakeview once, too. It was the same thing, but I think I was by myself, where just that one time, you know, where the guy pulled over when I ran out of gas and had no choice but to coast over. The guy came over with me, and I had to fight him because I had no choice. After that, dude, I was ready. Like, anytime someone would fuck me on the road for a while, I'd go pull over. I'd pull over and jump out of the car. Kid Kash. Kid Kash, in case you don't know, he's been doing some MMA fighting lately, so now you don't want to fuck with him because he will tap you out, right?
No shit, Kid Kash is a badass.
Huh?
Fonzie just said that you're a badass, Kid Kash. How's the MMA competing going?
It's going pretty good. It's a little slow. I'm not going to fight anymore until like February now. I need to just chill for a minute.
That's right, Daddy.
Well,
yeah, I got into it for too quick, you know. I was, had too many fights too soon, you know. So I want to, get down some real knowledge and stuff like that. Now I've just been mainly, knocking people out. That's it. Not many tap outs, just knocking them out. So I want to be able to start tapping some people out, get some more knowledge in there, you know.
Dude, come out here to California, and I'll go with you to LA Boxing and train with Justin. JMC, Justin McCauley, one of my best friends, is fighting tonight on Spike TV. It's a fight for the troops, some kind of special show on Spike. Yeah, so JMC's fighting Eddie Sanchez. Not sure if that's going to be one of the televised bites or not, bouts.
Yeah, I think it will be because I was talking to some guys that fight up there. Some guys I trained with here in Nashville are in the UFC. They just got signed too, you know. So those fights will probably be on there.
Hey, KID, share a road rage story with us.
A road rage story?
You got any?
Oh yeah, I got. I'm from the South, brother. I got a lot of those.
I know. Hey, also, I'm going to put Chris Masters on the line because he just called in. What up, Chris Masters?
What is going on, Mr. Rob Van Dam? How you doing?
Good, man. Hey, we're talking about road rage. Remember that time on Santa Monica Boulevard with that dude? CIA, motherfucker. You just fucked up.
Yeah, you went crazy, didn't you?
What's that?
You went crazy, didn't you?
No, not at all. I just got out and went after him, and he ran, so I tried to come back to the car, and he kept nipping at my heels every time I turn around.
Yeah, you definitely got road rage, my friend. I might suggest some anger management.
Yeah. Well, that's the way Masters remembers it. I think I was in complete control, but KID, calling late in the show here, so are you, Masters. We don't have a whole lot of time. I want to hear a story real quick, Kid Kash. Think about a story, a road rage story that you want to share with all the free thinkers of RVD Radio.
A road rage story?
Just one time in Tennessee?
No, even better. We were working up in Rhode Island, and Jamie Noble and I were leaving the building, and we were at a intersection stoplight, and we went to pull off in this little sports car, this little Mercedes sports car, guy in a suit and everything. He comes flying through the intersection and pissed Jamie off because he almost hit the front end, hit the guy to swerve. So Jamie rode his ass, and whenever, you know, I'm yelling, I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm going to kick your, you know, that kind of shit, and stuff like that. And then we got him down there. We got to another stoplight. Well, he stops, and he threw his hands up in the air, you know, because he had his top down and shit. So Jamie gets out of the car to go confront the guy, and whenever he does, the guy jumps out, and he's like all Barney badass. So I get out of the car, and I walk around to the other side, and I went in between them. So whenever him and Jamie were nose to nose, I hit him right upside the head.
Oh, man. Yeah, that one went all the way.
Sucker punch.
Yeah, then me and Jamie put the boots to him, man, both of us.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, man, that's a pretty good story, dude. And then did you knock him out? Did you leave him just laying on the road, or was he able to drive away?
Well, I didn't get a good shot. I didn't knock him completely out, but I got him, like, really good to where he dropped, and he kind of, like, looked up like he didn't know where he was. But then by that time, Jamie then started kicking him, and then I started kicking him, and we just threw some elbows and some knees and shit, you know.
Dude, you know, you just reminded me of a bunch of times that I forgot about, too, when I was younger. Oh, fuck. That's a good one. Masterpiece, you're a really cool, calm guy all the time, man. I don't really consider you a fighter, you know, outside of you know, like wrestling. You probably haven't been in a situation where you lost control or even have you been a victim of that, or what's your deal?
Hansen gay?
So
I don't know. Masterpiece, you got any road rage stories?
What did I do with cops? Oh no, I got a story actually that I was just thinking about that was out here in Los Angeles when I was driving through Hollywood. It was the Stacy Keibler incident. You know, I was just trying to get to Hollywood, and it was right in the middle of rush hour traffic, and I was trying to cut through between two cars to go into the opposing lane, and there was just barely, they were at a dead stop. There was just enough room for me to fit in, but it was like she could have gave me it backed up for me and gave me a little bit more space. I'm like trying to squeeze in here, and she's on her phone, not even paying attention. I'm like telling her, like, give me some room so I can get over. I didn't even know it was Stacy Keibler, so I'm like trying to squeeze between these two cars, and she's on her cell phone fucking around, and I'm just all like, I start dropping the C-bomb and like completely. I completely went off on her and I drove off, and then I didn't know it was Stacy. Keep in mind, I go on about my day, and I left my cell phone at home. I get a message when I get home, and it's Stacy Keibler telling me that she thinks that I just told her off right in the middle of Hollywood, and I had no idea it was her, and I felt really bad.
Dude. That's
pretty.
Masterpiece. Real quick, you hear about JBL?
No, I heard he got knocked out.
Yeah, Joey Styles knocked him out. It's the best news
what?
this week.
Joey, what?
Yeah, dude, you know how JBL's such a bully and shit. He decided to pick on Styles when they were overseas on the Iraq trip, and on the airplane he pretended to spill a drink on him. He was being an asshole. Joey popped him and knocked him the fuck out.
No, he did
Oh, wow.
Dude, isn't that awesome?
Joey Styles knocked out.
Yeah, brother, he's our hero.
Joey
DC Dub,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Listen, guys, we're almost running out of time, man, and I appreciate everyone calling in. Here, Sabu, Fonzie, Kid Kash, Chris Masters.
Sabu! Hey!
What's up, buddy?
What's up, my cracker?
Hold on here, Sabu, call me, please, Daddy.
Listen, we got 1 minute remaining, and I want to let everybody know 1 week from today is Sonia's last chemo infusion. Disconnect.
Congratulations. Yay! Woo! Yes, right on.
1 week from today is her last. She gets disconnected for the last time, then she gets to work on getting that toxic shit out of her body. So next week we'll be talking about cancer next week. We'll also talk about survivor stories. So if you survived a bus crash or plane crash, you want to hear about that too. But everyone to call in and share their survivor stories.
I got a few crashes and incidents I survived.
I know you do, Sabu.
That next week, Sabu, at our regular time, which will be 4 to 6 in L.A. and fucking 7 to 8 out there on the East Coast. They're about to cut us off. Thanks everyone for coming in. Have a fucking happy holidays and all that shit.
Drop that down!
Fucker.
The whole fucking job!
RVD, motherfucker.
What? Drop that down!
I guess it's 9 to 11 next.